Okay, to be completely honest, I've been really addicted to the expansion to Legends of Runeterra, so I've been not even bothering trying to make any speculations on what might come out later. But I have had a little bit of a fallout on the game. Probably just overdoing it. Take a break, maybe. So, in the meantime, we shall talk about another one. Here, I got some Fiddlesticks here I've been thinking about. I really like Fiddlesticks as a champion in League of Legends, especially with the new design they've done to him. So, skip ahead. Long ago, in a tower by the edge of the sea, a foolish young man summoned something into the world that he was not prepared to control. What stepped before the boy was something older than recorded history. Something darker than a yarning starlightless night. Something the world had desperately tried to forget. And in an instant, the mage, the creature, and the tower itself were lost to all of the time. To all of time. I said that either. At least, that's what the stories say. In the Freljord, children frighten each other around the fire with tales of a monster that raises itself from the untended graves in the ice. Its body a shambling mass of helmets, bucklers, furs, and wood. In Bilgewater, drunken sailors trade accounts of something standing alone in a tiny, distant atoll from which no one has ever returned. An old Targaryen's not even in, or Targon isn't even in, Legend of Runeterra. That'd be nice to see. I don't even know who's really a part of that, other than like Tarek. I think he's from Targon. Yeah. It speaks of how a child of twilight stole the only joy from a ragged, whispering horror, while veteran Noxian soldiers prefer the fable of a lonely farmhand who has blamed for a poor harvest and fed to the crows, later returning into the world as a demon. Demacia, Ixtal, built over Ionia, Shurima, in every corner of Runeterra, these myths persist, reshaped, respun, and passed down by countless generations of storytellers. Stories of a thing that looks almost human and stalks places thick with fear. But these are simply fables to frighten young children. No one would ever be afraid of a silly old monster called Fiddlesticks. Until now. Something has awoken in the Demacian hinterlands, drawn by the climate of rising fear and paranoia. Rural protectorates, separated from the capital by hundreds of miles of farmland, are emptying in mere days. Travelers vanish from the old footpaths. Guard patrols fail to report back from the edges of the kingdom, and wide-eyed survivors claw at their faces from the safety of roadside travelers, wailing of crows that aren't crows, sounds that aren't sounds, and lopsided horror in the shape of a scarecrow that croaks at the stolen voices of the dead. Yes. Fiddlesticks, just another story. Or whatever the hell it is. Most blame rogue mages. Such accusations are common in these days of rebellion. Yet the truth is far worse. Something has returned, just as it had in the fictitious tale of a young mage in his seaside tower. An evil gone from the world for numerous centuries. Long enough for the warning of a nascent humanity passed into rumor, then myth, then legend. Oof, that's bothering me, but I gotta click it in a second anyway, so. Until all that remained were simple fables. An eternity so utterly alien that it defines almost all contemporary knowledge of magic. So impossibly ancient that it has always been. So universally feared that even animals grow nervous when someone speaks its name. In the wake of this revival, another tale, nearly lost to memory, has seen a resurgence throughout the hinterlands. A legend of a great evil has no form, no thoughts, and no understanding of the world it inhabits, instead building itself into the crude shape of those that fear it. The terror of all living things given life in that first terrible scream of a creature. A demon before demons were known. At least, that's what the stories say. But Fiddlesticks is real. So honestly, every time I read that, I get chills. I freaking love Fiddlesticks, and that lore makes me love him so much more. And what they do with the champion too, how he just seriously sits there and just mocks people like Demacia and shit like that. Oh yeah, I love that so much. Anyway, so here I have Fiddlesticks' righteous glory of what he could be. I would love to see this, especially because of the new keyword I've thought up. I'm so, oh my god, brains. So Fiddlesticks has a 4 mana cost, I guess. I'm actually pretty much interested to go over this just as much, because I don't remember exactly what I wrote down here. It's been so long. Power starts at 1, gets to level up to 2, health 4, levels up to 5, and he has a Fearsome. He has Fearsome. When you play me, I don't know why that looks like that. Oh, yes, of course. Of course. And attack, give the strongest enemy afraid this round. Nexus strikes, heals Fiddle. Heals Fiddle. That sounds cool. It's been so long, I don't even know what I did here. So afraid, cannot battle any units with Fearsome. Doesn't matter how much power it has. It instantly makes it so it's like it has less than 3. Yeah, less than 3. So I like that idea already. Like I'm like reading it for the first time. It feels like, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. They need to do something like that, I think. Heal ally Nexus 1 when an enemy unit dies. Dude, that's such a good counter. That would counter a lot of shit. All of a sudden, your units are dying, and you're killing me off of somebody like the Prankster. Now you'd be able to counteract that with dropping Fiddlesticks down. What? That sounds wicked. That sounds like a wicked idea. He's not even in the game, and I want him in the games about it. Okay. So, level up when you've attacked with 8 fearsome units in total. That could be a hard thing to pull off, but it could also be super simple. That could be really simple. How about enemies? How about enemies? How about when you've use it against them? This should be just one that's totally used against. When you've killed, and it has to be you. Like it can't be enemy units dying. Yeah. It can't be the enemy. Like you have to actually kill them yourself. Should it be like that for this then too? Should I make it so that enemies, if you kill them, like if, yeah, when you kill an enemy unit, and when you've killed when I've seen you kill 5 units. Five enemy units. Has to be specific with the enemy here. And then I'll level up, and all that really changes is not too much. You just give all other fearsome allies Challenger. So he'd work really good with friggin' Elise instantly. Oh wait, no, because it's already a thing. Something I like that actually, because it's kind of just like a mix of, it's like mixing an Elise a little bit. I thought I'd give this one a lot of thought, but it doesn't seem like I really did. And the way I actually wrote this down, it makes it seem like it's 2. Like when you play me and attack, give the strongest. So I think it is. I don't think I actually wrote that here. No, because that wouldn't even make any sense. Because that would, I'm like literally, oh well that still worked, but it doesn't really matter. The point is, and I don't really have to write that because I can already just explain that that would not be one that already is afraid. So you would afraid two enemies upon placing them down. So I actually don't want this to be a thing. Like, why is this a thing? Yeah, so I'm changing this up for sure, and I already know exactly what it is. Like how much damage he does, or just like I don't even know why I wrote here. I feel like this should just be instantly full health. If Fiddle hits Nexus, he heals. He just has 5 health again. It's like he has regen. He regens off the hit, full HP. Because it's not gonna always happen that you're gonna hit it, and honestly, most times it's gonna happen that you're gonna hit it. You're gonna have full HP anyway, so it's gonna kind of feel useless if it's only a little bit of HP. So that was a little bit more of a broken up one on account that I didn't really go. I kind of like just mixed it up right here and made it. That couldn't happen. I don't know why it wants to do that always. Question mark. I don't even know what I wrote here. You attack with 3 fearsome units. 2 of the enemy units have less than 3 power. The other one is afraid. None of them can block. If Fiddle is 1-2, he would heal and be 1-3 from Nexus Strike. So I was saying that initially that he would not have any. He wouldn't have full heal. He'd only heal a little bit. That's not good enough. He needs to heal fully. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. So that can go away. No example 2. Fiddle is leveled up. Attack Fiddle. 2 other fearsome units. Will exit. Non-fearsome will get challenged along with the strongest enemy unit. Afraid. No. See, I didn't like that idea. I'm glad I thought long enough, not even thought long enough, waited long enough to come up and forget about what I did and go, you know, I don't like that as much as this. That's actually a lot better. It's a little less complicated in a weird sense, but it was more like at least too much. So mainly all that's really changing here, or for Fiddlesticks, is that he's getting the afraid keyword, giving people and a spell on top of that he would then have come around him too, which is wicked. Would be really good in a lot of certain decks. Obviously, you don't have afraid. It'd be kind of like a stun. I guess it's kind of. No, it's a little bit of a redundant thing because it's kind of like stun in a way, but because it just could be stun the strongest unit, right? But I don't want to be able to. Oh yeah, no, but it's only fearsome. Okay, no, wow, I thought up a better ability than I thought. It's only for fearsome, so it's not. It's weaker than fearsome, and that's hence the reason why he's able to attack with it and have it be a thing. But he has fearsome himself. He's not stunning anybody, because if he's stunning somebody, well, then you wouldn't be able to block anybody else with fearsome, and then it's really powerful. So then every single time Fiddlesticks attacks, it just stuns the strongest. That'd be pretty powerful. But I mean, TF is just you place him down, you stun somebody, and then every time if you level him up at least, which is the most difficult thing about him. Fiddlesticks in this certain circumstance would definitely be really powerful if you do level him up, because when you level him up and attack, that could potentially be the end of the game, because, well, if you're building your guy around, like, obviously this is still a wicked deck, especially now that I'm not wasting my time trying to put it, giving challenge. That's a stupid redundant act, honestly. You put him with Shadow Isles, because I don't even know what he's from. I think he's actually literally from Demacia. Really trippy. No, I think he's Runeterra. I think he's just generally Runeterra. So making him inside of Legend of Runeterra would also be a feat all of its own, because, well, he wouldn't be in a region, would he? Like, I'm really confused about that. So I guess maybe he wouldn't even work in League of Legends. But if they ever put him in, this is what I want. This is what I want to see for sure.